Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Myth-Busting Locksmith. Now, a slightly different style today. What we're going to do is shortly I'm going to play you a video of somebody who is describing and picking the Avocet ABS lock. You'll of course be familiar with the dimple style and the fact that it has a magnetic pin in the lock and a magnet here. So when the key goes in the lock, it of course pushes up all the pins except for one, with the magnetic one, which it actually pulls down with a tiny little magnet to be able to then unlock the lock. These of course are high-end security locks. They are very, very good and they are tricky buggers to pick in the field and in the workshop. Now I'm going to show you the video of where he's going through the technical engineering side in a workshop with a lock and a vise, how he picks it, why he picks it and what he uses to pick it with. And then we're going to come back to this one, which I'm deliberately hiding the branding because I don't do plugging and product placement. And we're going to go through why I recommend that pick as opposed to the one that he uses out in the field when you're actually having to pick a lock, and what you're up against out in the field as opposed to a workshop. So his video is excellent. I really like it. He's very, very clever and obviously an expert in his field. But for people out there, you have to realise there is a massive difference between sitting here and playing with all of these toys in a nice warm room in a vise, all neatly laid out, compared to somebody in the field, which we'll discuss between the two videos, where they actually have to pick a lock on situ. So that's it. So without further ado, let's go to video number one.
Now, looking on the internet, I have seen keys for this lock with this magnet in a couple different positions. So I think the first job that we have as pickers is to find out where that magnetic chamber is. And all we do is reach back and look for where there's no key pins. And for this one, it's in slot 4. Now I indexed my finger when I was in there on slot 4 so that this pick is right over that slot. That allows me to reach in and find it quickly. And the reason I want to do that is because I am putting this small neodymium magnet on the tip of my pick, and I'm going to reach in there and try to place it right underneath that chamber. Okay, and I think I got it in place. Let me get a little light and look in there and make sure. Yep, I think we got that where it belongs. Now let's get some tension in there and start our pick. Okay, looking for binding outer pins. Got one on 1, one on 2, little click out of 3, going back to 5 now. Okay, 5, we got him. Okay, pulling back, it feels like we dropped 3. And I think we have all of our pin-in-pin chambers. I got some movement on the core, but not so much that it would indicate that we only have inner driver pins left. What that probably means is we don't have the magnetic chamber picked. So what I'm going to do is reach into that chamber, release a little bit of tension, and then just play with that magnet a bit and see if we can get it to release. And there we go, got it. Now, we have only inner driver pins left, but we have one more thing to do before we finish that pick. And that is a small button in the back of the keyway that needs to be pressed. Why do we need to do this? Well, if you have sharp eyes, you notice that the cam back here didn't turn when we rotated this. That's because the button needs to be pressed for about the first 1/8 of a turn. Otherwise, the cam won't engage. So we might have to do a little counter rotation. We might have turned the core too far to push that button. And let me do that now. There we go, got it. So I'm going to hold that button in while I switch to a different pick so I can go from the other side while I finish this. Look for the inner driver pins, got one on 2. I don't think we have one on 3. Now I'm on 5. There we go, got it. Okay, let's pull everything out. And if we can, I'm going to retrieve our magnet. There's really no reason to keep it in there anymore. There we go, got it. Okay, now if I rotate it just a tiny bit more, we're going to engage the trap pins on the left side. So once more into the breech, dear friends. Okay, we've engaged them. Let me deal with them. Got one on one, and actually the back two didn't engage. Okay, that's unusual, but let's keep going. I usually would have maybe one that wouldn't engage when we pass, but never two. That's excellent. Okay, next thing, we need to stop these trap pins from falling into the side of the keyway. My tension wrench is not long enough to do that, so I'm going to place a small wiper insert right in there and hold it in place with my tension wrench, and that will stop the trap pins on both sides as well as the driver pins from falling into the keyway. So let's keep turning, and we're about to engage.
Welcome back. So at this point you will have seen the first video where he takes about 4.5 minutes to pick the lock, and he goes into great detail describing the sidebars, the trap pins, the magnetic pin inside, so on and so forth. Now, it's an excellent video. He clearly is an expert in his field, but the problem I have with this is the fact that he's in a workshop like this, he has a vise, he has all his tools, it's all very nice, it's warm, it's well lit, it's all very good. He's getting a tool this size. Now, comparing the lock to my hand, because I have little tiny girly hands, that is how big the lock is, that is how big the little pick thing is. So you're getting something like this, and you're putting a magnet on the tip of that, and you're finding your place in here, and you're popping it on, and then you're getting your tool and you're picking your lock, you're taking it out, you're popping this in, you're trying to find your little magnet, and then you're popping it back out again, and you're putting it back in its box. But the problem is, and the reality is, out in the field when it's 1,000 degrees in the shade and you forgot your baseball cap or your little hat to cover your head because your hair's going to get burnt, and you're sweating your own body weight every 5 seconds because it's ridiculously hot, you're getting scratched with stinging nettles and God knows what else. You've got little Johnny there squirming like this because mummy, I need a wee because I should have gone before we went. You've got mummy or daddy stood there with little baby who shat himself twice and now it smells like a farmer's field in the middle of summer. Or it's absolutely freezing cold, chucking it down with rain, it's pitch black, you can't see a damn thing, and it's absolutely freezing. So you don't want to be mucking about with something like this with a teeny tiny magnet, because you drop that once, it's game over. You have a little plastic sheath they come with, you put your magnet on, you put your plastic sheath over. Seriously, you do not want to be mucking about with that in the field. You want it simple. So, 3 years of locksmith research, I am talking to people on the experience I have gained. This, I would be in hell. This would not make sense to me at all. What makes sense is this. Now, I have hidden the cover, it's on the back here, because I don't do product placements, I don't get freebies, I don't get commission, I don't get paid for product placement or advertising things, and I don't make money on this channel. I'm just trying to help people dispel the myths. So, in this kit, this is what I would highly recommend. It is quite expensive. I will send you prices and companies if you leave comments below letting me know if you'd like to know. But what you have to imagine, boiling hot, middle of summer, blinding sunshine, pouring down with rain, freezing cold, I've been out and it's been -5 degrees, my hands have gone blue. Gravel driveway, stones on the floor, you can't be dropping little magnets like that, you're going to get nowhere. So this is the thing that you want. 4 years of research, only just bought one. I ordered a couple of these locks, the Avocet ABS locks, literally straight out of the box. First time did it in 3 seconds, video coming. Second time 22 seconds, video coming on the end of this one. Do watch till the end. You get a set of 5 rakes, nothing teeny tiny, silly or fiddly, just like literally like this, different types. You get a single rake, a double rake, a single pick and a double pick. You get a little disc like this, nice and easy, you can't miss that if you drop it. You get 5 separate fingers. These all have a magnet set into it already, and it does not come out. Magnet position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, position 5. This is a genius design. This is what you want in the field. You don't muck about with magnets hoping that you're going to drop it and stick it on that and put it in, and I can't even be bothered to go through the process. You know the drill. What you do is you get your blade like this. You put it in there like so. get it lined up, nice and neat. You tighten it up like that, and now you're ready to go. And on this one, it is in position 1. It is right down the end here. It's not coming out, it is stuck in place. The magnet is stuck here, and the other magnets, if you can see, are all in their separate positions here, depending what position the magnet is in the lock. Your lock is in the door. You put the blade, I won't do it now, but you put your blade all the way in, and then you get your pick from here, and you stick it through here. So just do this for you. And you basically stick this through here like this, in a little hole there, and you go picky, 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 pick, while applying tension to this part here, so effectively that's in the lock. You're putting tension here. You'll see this on the second video, it's coming. And you go pick, 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 pop it out, job done. Get in the house, loosen this, remove the blade. Blade goes back in your box there, nice and simple. This goes in like that, nice and simple. This goes in like that. Bish bash bosh, job done. So, that is how easy that is. At the end of the second video, you will see, literally got it out of the box, 3 seconds first time, 22 seconds second time. No worry about dropping magnets, losing magnets, trying to find these silly little things on the floor. You just need to get something, get it set up, get in the lock, pick, 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 open the door, that's it. Everyone's happy. Little Johnny's happy, baby's happy, mummy's happy. I don't know why people suggest these little magnet things, but lock picks and lock tools have gone on massively since I've started, and I've only been doing it 4 years. So for the new people, you really need to be looking out what is realistic and what is out there for you when you're working in the field. This is my setup at the moment. I'm having a lot of trauma with these locks, and I'm still working on this one. And everything's laid out neatly. You can see everything here. It's a nice workshop scenario. But in the field, it's not like this at all. You've got a great big heavy box, normally this one, and you know, it's all weathers. You get the hot, the cold, the wind, the rain, the snow, the ice, and sometimes watching videos where they're showing you the technical engineering side in a workshop with a lock and a vise is not the best way to teach you how to do it in the field. So if you're out in the field, get one of these and watch till the end now. You'll see the other video I'm going to tag on the end of this one, and you'll see how fast you can get in and how simple it is. And as I say, with something like this, the magnets are already set in place. You're not going to lose them because they're set in the bars. They're big enough not to drop. You drop any one of these, you're going to find it in a split second. You're not going to worry about trying to find some little piece of magnet. So quite honestly, I don't understand why people are advertising them. And the good thing about the bars, of course, is because they are the same width and thickness of a key. Should have mentioned that at the beginning. When the bar goes all the way in like the key, of course, as with the key does, it engages the sidebars, it engages the trap pins, it engages the cam, absolutely everything. And you can also see the thumb turn. But you put your picking blade in, and once you've picked the pins, that's all you have to do. The magnetic one pulls it down, you pick the other ones, it literally takes seconds. And the sidebars, the trap pins and the cam are not a problem because this is basically replicating the key. So it's all taken care of. You don't have to worry about moving anything out of the way and pushing this and pushing that and twisting this and doing it 2/3 way around, then pushing it again and doing it 2/3. All that nonsense. I've watched too many videos that show you that, and then you have to get a plug spinner, flick it past. None of that. If you can possibly get blades like this, get them. They save you a whole world of pain, and it just makes your life easier in the reality when you're trying to bust myths about what you need in the field. Anyway, I'm having a rant, so I will stop. Watch to the end, you'll see the next video, you'll see how fast I get through it, and this was literally out of the box. No practicing, nothing in advance, it literally was straight out of the box. So I hope you watch the video, I hope you enjoy it, and please do feel free to ask me questions and leave comments. But I do get very irritated when people are getting over technical and over explaining things in a workshop where it's nice and cosy, warm. Wait till you get outside and you're freezing your arse off. That's when you need to know you get in, get the job done, get out. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the rant. Catch you next time. So you place your blade that you want in the lock. And as you can see, it is now secure. Right, how are we going to do so you don't block you? Okay. Just trying to work this out for the camera. Let us move you there slightly. Okay. And here we go. Have your stopwatches ready. As you can see, it is secure. In goes the pick. Very, very gentle tension. One's moved. Two, big movement there on that one, and there. You are now in your lock. And back to locking position. See, the trick to this is being very, very gentle. There's one, that felt like two, three. Have we got it yet? No, slightly. As you can see, it's almost there, and there you are.